Welcome, everyone. We're back with another Oracle Analytics Live for February 2023. Thank you for joining us today. As always, we want to know where you are in the world, so let us know in the chat, introduce yourself. If you have any questions, we are going to have a section at the end, the Q&A section, so if there's anything you see while the team is presenting and you have a question on it, let us know and we will answer that at the end. This is our safe harbor statement. I'm just going to flash this up here for a second, as always. And as mentioned, this is going to be recorded. You can find it on Cloud Customer Connect events page where you registered, or you can find it on the Oracle Analytics YouTube page. The presentation will also be available on Cloud Customer Connect if you want to go back and review that at any time. So we have always a packed agenda, lots of new presenters today, or some that are returning. So if you'll give them a warm welcome, and let's jump into it because it's going to be a busy day. I'm Alex, as always, your host. So you'll hear me popping in and out, but let's move over to product strategy with Ben.
Hi everyone, my name is Ben. I'm Senior Director of Product Strategy for Oracle Analytics. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of everything, a roadmap, some events that we are going to run. So I think, Alex, we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, first I wanted to say thanks to some of our top Oracle Analytics leaders. One of them is Tyler Wicks, VP of Talent Analytics at Marriott. And another one is Raj Eta, is Senior Director Enterprise Application at American Woodmark. They are going to come to the Gartner Data and Analytics Summit in Orlando, and they are going to tell their journey with Oracle Analytics, data, AI, machine learning. So if you are in Orlando or if you are joining the Gartner Data and Analytics Summit, just come and say hi. We will be there with Jamie, with Joey, with few people from Oracle, and obviously with some of our top Oracle Analytics leaders like Tyler and Raj. In the next specific slide, we are going also to see that we have Cloud World this year in different locations. So we have Cloud World in Singapore. I will be there doing a session on Oracle Analytics. So if you are in Singapore, same thing, drop me an email. I'm happy to speak with you. We will have Cloud World in Tokyo and Sao Paulo. Joe Fitz, our VP of Analytics, will be there. So same thing, he can speak with you. And finally, Cloud World in London and Abu Dhabi. TK Anand, our EVP, will be also speaking at this event. And same thing, if you have time to spend and to discuss with our EVP, it's always something good. So if you are interested, you can go to the Cloud World page. I think Fari or Jamie are going to put the link into the chat and you can check this different event. We will have also Cloud World in Las Vegas this year. We will all be there, so you are also invited there. On the next slide, I wanted to show you also the roadmap. So the analytic roadmap as of January 2023, you can see that at the left column, it's what happened on the first half of the year. So we are going to have a new release of Oracle Analytics Server if you are using Oracle Analytics on-prem. We are going to have dataset role-based filter. You will be able to put security at the dataset level. So it's a feature that a lot of you ask for, and we are going to release that. Variable parameters, it's something huge that we are going to release. You will be able to create session variable, system variable, your own variable and parameters to pass to your graph, to your data visualization. So huge feature requested by a lot of people. We continue to double down on collaboration. So if you are also using Power BI, we are enhancing the connector for you. You will be able to use analysis content. We are also releasing a new homepage. So you will be able to put your graph, your data visualization on the homepage as a KPI. We are going also to have a new connector for REST API. We will have new data visualization, the built-in Gantt chart, which is going to be brand new. We are going to have OCI AI language, OCI data science integration, OCI data flow interactive support. So we double down on OCI and data science. AutoML integration. You will be able in one click to do AutoML in Oracle Analytics. Second half of the year, we are going to have a lot of things, but I'm not going to speak about all of them. 2 or 3 that are very important. Ability to share data flow, it's coming. Ability to send workbook by email. You will be able to schedule your workbook to be sent by email directly. We will have also the OCI document AI, the ability to recognize documents. And then we will have ability to connect to Object Store. Finally, in the future, we will have other features like OCI language, OCI data, digital assistant, OCI forecast, and OCI anomaly detection. You will know a little bit more today. So Alex is going to take it back from here and you will hear from other speakers. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Ben. Now that we took a look at the Oracle Analytics Cloud and Server roadmap, let's take a look at the Fusion Analytics Warehouse roadmap with Jamie and Farvar.
Thank you, Alex. Hello, everyone. This is Fari Javan-Mahdi, and I'm a Principal Product Manager with the Product and Strategy team here at Oracle Analytics. And I'm going to walk you through some of the highlights for our HCM and CX Analytics roadmap. So for the first half of this calendar year for the HCM Analytics, we're looking to add payroll costing analytics, some new versions of seniority dates, also some enhancements for absence, accrual, balance trends, and simplified security setups, which is highly asked from our customers. For the second half of this year, we're looking at enhancing and expanding on our people leaders analytics. We have had some dashboards released for this version this month, and we're going to expand on that for the rest of the year. We're also looking at adding health and safety, as well as rewards dashboard, integrated survey analytics with the OCI ML functionalities, and enhancements in performance and payroll. And for the future, we're looking at adding dynamic skills, HR effectiveness, HR help desk, and also ESG analytics for health and safety. I'm going to move to the CX analytics, and for that, we're looking at adding revenue intelligence, which includes sales, CPQ, marketing, subscriptions, and services. We're also adding engineered selling analytics. For the second half of the year for CX analytics, we're also adding Salesforce analytics, which is highly asked by our customers, as well as marketing attribution, advanced forecasting, and industry content. For the future for CX analytics, we're looking at pricing optimizations, B2C CX analytics, as well as incentive comp analytics. And with that, I'll pass it to Jamie to cover the rest.
Great, thank you, Fari. My name is Jamie Anderson. I'm a Principal Product Manager on the Product Strategy team for Oracle Analytics. So for Fusion ERP Analytics, as we look at the roadmap here for the first half of 2023, looking at configurable account analysis, that's a really good feature that we're excited about. We've covered it in previous OA Lives in the past. We also have Fusion Accounting Hub in a limited availability phase with the intention of being released in general availability. If we look at the second half of this year, we also have budgetary controls and Fusion Accounting Hub coming into general availability. Also project performance, project grants, data security sync, and then looking into the future, some more enhancements surrounding project performance, cash management, risk management, and sourcing contracts in SQM. Also, if we look at our roadmap for Fusion SCM Analytics, for the first half of this year, we have manufacturing work orders, UOM conversion, expanded invoice receipts, cost accounting analysis, and expanded item costs. Looking at the second half of this year, we have some enhancements for inventory aging, spend classification, inventory receipts, or projected gross margin. And then in the future, you can see here as well, sourcing contracts, SQM, receipt accounting, some ESG analytics, channel revenue management, etc. So from here, I will pass it back to Alex. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie and Fari. We have some great things looking forward for Fusion Analytics Warehouse. Let's take a look now at the service excellence overview. We have Rodrigo, and I don't think Siva was able to join us. So welcome, Rodrigo.
Thank you, Alex. So my name is Rodrigo Gonzalez. I'm the VP of Program Management for Service Excellence, and Siva is my counterpart. He owns the engineering side of Service Excellence. Service Excellence was instantiated 4 years ago to focus on building a great service, making our Oracle Analytics products great services. And today we just wanted to give you folks an overview of a lot of the investments we've been making over the last 4 years. So with that, if you want to click to the next slide. So as you all know, we have a much closer relationship with you now that we have cloud, and it's an ongoing relationship 24/7 by 365. So in the context of this, what is service excellence? Go ahead, click. One more. Basically, we own everything but building the product. So what we focus on is ensuring that this product works as a world-class service, works for you when you need it. It encapsulates a variety of different things, which I'll talk about in the next slide. Go ahead. One more. So we've broken up service excellence into 3 core areas: continuous service delivery. Each of these different areas is comprised of different pillars. So you can see here, compliance, security, product engineering, and so on. The next area is ensuring customer success. So while we focus obviously on the technologies and the capabilities in terms of delivering the service to you, also we have to focus on ensuring that you have a successful experience, a great experience with the service. So we have customer support. This is a large bucket. There's a lot of complexity behind this, a lot of different teams and technologies. We also have customer success. This works with you from the moment that you buy, or the moment you buy the service or the product, all the way through adoption. So we have different teams focused on different parts of your journey. Next one. Service optimization. This is focusing obviously on making sure the service is fine-tuned and operating as it needs. We have obviously a lot of investment that's occurred in monitoring, in the quality of service management, and cloud optimizations. One more click, but don't switch. Okay, so this landscape is what comprises service excellence. We have dedicated resources to each of these different pillars focused on improving and innovating in these different areas, but we also have a holistic integration across these different pillars where each of the different teams or folks associated to them are also working across pillars to make sure that we have a holistic understanding of your experience and making sure that what we're building integrates and works synergistically with all the other different pillars. Next slide. So today, and I'll move through this quickly. So today I wanted to focus on 3 core areas in terms of enabling a true cloud native service for you. Go ahead. So the first area is automated monitoring and diagnostics. We've invested a lot in this area. It is fully automated. Go ahead. We monitor every single one of your resources across every single customer. This means that we're looking at thousands of metrics. We're looking at things at the host level, compute, storage, at the service level, if we're looking at APIs, and then at the customer level in terms of your experience scenarios. This is a far more comprehensive model than anything that's available on-prem. As part of this, obviously, we've built a lot of, or a pretty comprehensive portfolio of alarms. These alarms, go ahead, click, detect issues before they impact you. We've invested a lot in predictive monitoring, which basically means that we are looking at anomalies and patterns in the signals that would then result in an issue on your side, and we're addressing those things before they impact you. These alarms will trigger and auto-generate a SR, basically on your behalf. It will then obviously be sent to our engineers, who will then jump on those events and investigate and resolve those issues. And all of this is occurring behind the scenes with no involvement on your part. 99% of the time, you're not even aware that this is happening. So what does this mean? Click. Fewer issues and fewer service requests for you. We have seen that there's been a significant reduction, for example, in regressions, in bugs that our customers experience. We have the statistics to show that. And it's been also coming back to us from you when we meet with you. You guys ask us, what have you guys done in the last 4 years to make this a much better experience? I'm experiencing less issues. Things seem to be working better. And so this is one of the reasons why that is happening. So next slide. One more click. Automated updates and patches. Go ahead, click. So as of 18 months ago, we have zero downtime. When I first joined 4 years ago to build out this organization, our updates would take you down for 30 minutes. We'd give you a 5-hour window, which meant basically that in that 5-hour window, you weren't doing anything with the service. That obviously is not acceptable. And so now we have instituted zero downtime, which means that when we are running an update or a patch, there's no impact to your service. Our patch deployment process or update process is fully automated. It's orchestrated. We are batching the updates. So we will target a small set of resources, update them. We have automated monitoring, active automated monitoring that is looking at the health of these resources. If there's an issue, we obviously stop the update. If everything looks healthy, we proceed to the next batch, so on and so forth until we fully updated the fleet. We have also phased dog fooding. This is an area we've invested in significantly. We have a phased framework to dog food the builds internally within Oracle. And then we are addressing obviously issues before they ever reach our customers. And then with OAC, one of the big improvements here is that we have a pre-scheduled structure, which means that every other month starting January, you should expect a update. And it seems like I'm running out of time. Go ahead to the next, click the next thing. So all of this means that you will have a better experience. You're able to plan for the updates, which is critical for you to run your businesses. The last thing, and we can skip the last slide, the last thing I wanted to mention also, we take security very seriously, and we are constantly updating the fleet with security patches. We're obviously actively monitoring that. If you saw on the previous slide, we have a dedicated team to security. So they're always looking for vulnerabilities. And with that, I think we can skip the last slide. I've touched on the main capabilities that I think would be of interest for you. If you want to take just a brief 5-second glance to this basically encapsulates that some of the management frameworks that we have in terms of making sure that we have the right oversight and visibility across everything that's happening in your service. And with that, I'll hand things back to you, Alex. Thank you.
Thanks, Rodrigo. And your team's been doing an excellent job. We've been hearing great things from customers. So again, this deck is going to be on Cloud Customer Connect if you want to revisit that. As we move forward, we're going to take a look at analytics performance tuning series with Manpreet. Welcome, Manpreet.
Good morning, guys. Manpreet Shahi here. I'm a Senior Director with Service Excellence Engineering team. Getting a fast query response time and timely insights are one of the key objectives for any organization using any analytical tool. Today, I'm here to announce that we will be hosting various webinars on performance tuning for all our analytics products. Next slide, please. So as you know, customer excellence advocacy is the key component for any successful product. And it is essential to ensure that customers are satisfied with the product and also they are receiving the best possible experience. At SEAL, we strive to provide best customer experience possible. We focus on understanding customer needs and providing solutions that meet those needs. What is SEAL? Customer Excellence Advocacy Lead is a small team of customer-facing technical professionals who are responsible for providing technical guidance to customers using Oracle Analytics products with complex business use cases and architectures. The team SEAL is part of Oracle Analytics Service Excellence Engineering Organization, and this team works with product development and product management team to ensure that products are meeting customer needs and expectations. SEAL services are complementing to existing and new strategic Oracle Analytics customers based on ARR thresholds and resource availability. And we don't replace pre-sales, consulting, partner, or even Oracle Analytics support teams. We provide our customer with the comprehensive set of architectural guidance, health checks, recommendations to ensure that their implementations are successful. We also provide resources such as white papers, case studies, and tutorials to help customers learn more about Oracle Analytics products and how to use them to their advantage. Additionally, we host webinars, office hours to provide customers an opportunity to ask questions and get an answer from Oracle SEAL experts. Next slide, please. Enhancing the performance is an essential objective across all analytics environments. In an Oracle Linux environment, improving performance can provide a variety of actions, including optimizing queries, data models, data sets, backend data sources, tuning the system configurations, resource allocation, and improving data quality and consistencies. Some of the benefits of improving an Oracle NX environment can include faster response time for the reports and dashboards, reduce system downtime, maintenance, improve scalability to handle larger data sets and more users, more accurate and timely insights. Ultimately, better performance can help organizations such as yours to make better decisions and drive more value for your analytics investments. The SEAL team has studied various business and complex use cases with complex architectures over the span of many years in the past, and to achieve the optimal performance. And our goal with this new series of webinars is to share our experiences, offer practical methodologies, techniques, tips, and tricks that can help optimize performance of Oracle NX products across the diverse context. Next slide, please. So what we are announcing today, we have scheduled 11 sessions for performance tuning that include optimization of analytics report designs. For example, we will discuss the benefits of using index call filters instead of time series functions. It includes improving the repository design. For example, we will discuss the benefits of setting up implicit fact tables. These sessions will include optimizing Oracle databases, for example, creation of aggregation tables, correct indexes, etc. And also, we will be having a session on improving the queries against multi-dimensional data sources such as SPACE, for example, using filter function instead of case statements. And lastly, how to optimize platform infrastructure. And please keep in mind that these dates are tentative, subject to change. Logistical details for these upcoming webinars commencing in April will be announced through various analytics community channels. Please stay tuned for those announcements. Next slide, please. And in the lastly, the profiles for profile of attendees may differ based on the content of webinar. Please check the webinar details and sign up for the correct sessions. We look forward to seeing you all in these upcoming webinars. Thank you. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Manpreet. And I know you said that this is going to be coming out. Do you have a specific link you can share where it will be hosted, just so people know where they can find that?
Yeah, so we will be announcing them, via different community channels shortly in March.
Okay, great. So be on the look for that. It's coming. And let's move forward with Anomaly Detection AI with Aparna. Welcome.
Hey, thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. My name is Aparna Chaturvedi. I'm the Principal Product Manager for OCI's Anomaly Detection AI service. Next slide, please. So within Oracle, as you can see, there are several AI and machine learning services. And within these services, anomaly detection and forecasting fall under the decision pillar. And we call it decision services because the information that these services provide to the customers help them make better decisions. Next slide. All right, so what are anomalies? So anomalies are nothing but rare events or observations that deviate from the standard or the expected outcome. And the Anomaly Detection AI service helps identify those suspicious or anomalous patterns in your data and your time series data, essentially. And how do we do that? We basically transform our customers from simply monitoring the dashboards and metrics of the data to providing them actionable insights. So we basically exactly tell them where anomaly lies, what is the severity of the anomaly, and and why we think, or the service thinks, this is an abnormal behavior or an event, by providing them the explainability. So the anomaly detection service, automatically selects the best algorithm, flags critical incidents, imputes missing values, and obviously tells you the anomaly score. So the diagram on the right side that you're seeing, it's actually an output from the AI service for 2 temperature sensors, as you can see. In the graph, you can see what's the actual value based on the data set for a particular customer for these sensors. And in purple, we tell you the estimated value that we think should be in the value. And then we also flag in red the anomalous values, right? And as you can see, we also provide anomaly score per signal. Now, Today, anomaly detection is not integrated with OAC, although we do have it on a future roadmap to do so. However, you can still export this output result from the service as a JSON file or a CSV file and upload it manually to OAC for better visualization for your business needs. Next slide, please. All right, in terms of features, so service detects anomalies in both univariate and multivariate time series data. Multivariate anomaly detection uses the state-of-the-art algorithm MZ2. And then we also have an in-house invented algorithm, which we call Medora, which stands for multivariate anomaly detection by Oracle, which basically detects handle signals with low correlation and also categorical signals. We also have univariate anomaly detection, which identifies anomalies in a single time series data. And this was one of the most asked features by customers. Asynchronous detection API, you can use it for very large data sets, like mentioned, 100 million to billions of data points. Now, both univariate and asynchronous detection are new features that we just released yesterday for general availability. So please feel free to try it out. Single-step anomaly detection basically combines the train and the detect anomalies two-step process into a single step for faster outcomes. Next slide. In terms of market segment and use cases, anomaly detection can be applied into several industries, like you can see, manufacturing, healthcare, financial, and banking sector is very important. Utilities, transportation. Again, just to mention healthcare, in claims data for insurance companies, you can diagnose anomalies in medical images such as endoscopy, MRI images, etc. Next slide. Again, in order to get started, it's very simple. Log in with your free or paid cloud account. Now in OCI One console, you go to Analytics and AI. Under AI services, you see anomaly detection. Again, it's a very simple three-step process. You create your project, you train model with historical data set, and you detect anomalies. And then there are some of the resources that I've mentioned over here. So if you can access these or reach out to this email group for more insights into the product. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you. That is some really interesting stuff. And thank you for including this slide. Again, you can find this PowerPoint is going to be uploaded to Cloud Customer Connect, so you can follow along and find the steps there. So let's move over to OCI Forecasting Service with Akash. Welcome.
Thanks, Alex. Hello, everyone. This is Akash. I'm the Principal Product Manager for OCI Forecasting. Next slide, please. So as we know, forecasting has been a generic problem to solve across the industry, be it retail, healthcare, finance, transportation, manufacturing, right? And we have several or hundreds of metrics which we want to forecast to do our business planning. You may have sales, you may have services, you may have customer incidents, you may have inventories, right? So you want to forecast and you want to do a business planning. And how we have been doing so far, we have been using either the Excel sheets and doing a lot of mean or statistical methods to identify what would be the future metrics values. Or for example, we have been having very tightly coupled solution. For example, for a retail, you might have only retail domain forecasting solution. So as an industry or as a customer, when you want to upgrade yourself and you want to apply the forecasting in the other sector, for example, other business verticals, you are interested to optimize your operational cost and you want to understand the customer incidents, that solution will not work. Now to understand, so we understood this problem and we have come up with a fully managed service, OCI Forecasting, which runs under Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and it can take care of any of these verticals or any of these domains which I mentioned. Because it's so generic and it has having the statistical machine learning and neural network based deep learning methods, which are able to provide very highly accurate time series. While we were developing these services, we have been meeting across these industry customers, and we have developed with them. So we have a lot of proprietary algorithms which we have built. Also, we have proprietary AutoML, which is giving us a best method selection. So when you are running a job, when you are giving 1,000 time series, for example, in a job, and when you run, right, every time AutoML runs, so customer doesn't need to bother about that which algorithm is going to work best for which particular time series. It automatically takes care of everything and gives you the best method selected, and then it generates the forecast. So it is always making sure that you have the highest accuracy achieved, right? It not only delivers the forecast results, it also gives you the confidence interval. So you can see on the screen, you can have the upper value, lower value, so you can plan your business better. It also gives you the explainability, which has been not done by the industry or in the market so far. So we have made explainability available in this service in one simple API call, which gives double click within your forecast results. So for example, so far you have been seeing very plain vanilla results. Now you will be seeing that, okay, what are the driving factors which are driving my sales, for example, in retail, right? So when you run a job, it goes through the automatic data pre-processing, where you don't need to worry about, you just simply need to give a very simple format of data, right? And it will take care of all the automatic data pre-processing, and then it will select the best method, and then it will give you the result. Next slide, please. So as I mentioned, the explainability, if you can see the global feature importance and the local feature importance. Global feature importance will tell you that how your business have been. So for example, in a retail, you can see that if promotion has been driving your sales on an overall level, or for example, your seasonalities or your business has been in trend. Local feature important makes a differentiator which tells that how your future sales are going to be, right? So which factors are driving your future sales, which means, for example, promotions, which you can control. You can increase the number of promotion, you can decrease the number of promotions, and then you can make a business planning. So one side, when you run the job, you will get the results, but also you give these feature importance, which you can play around, and you can have a lot of what if scenarios, and then you can make a better business planning, which has not been done so far in the market. So we have cracked this one. This works well even for the deep learning methods, and it provides importance, each influencing feature, so you can make a better business planning. Next slide, please. So as Benjamin mentioned, we are working with Oracle Analytics to integrate this one. However, there are certain customers who are currently executing separately and then pushing the results. So when it comes in the OAC in future, and when the customers who are currently pushing the results into the OAC, it gives a magical combo, because we have a lot of results, explainability, forecast, confidence interval, and then OAC brings auto insight, so that gives very meaningful charts, which you can have it. For example, certain customers are able to see that what are my top 10 forecast items, or basically the SKUs which I'm going to sell, or for example, what are my top 10 stores which are working across the globe, right? For example, you can auto join a lot of data, which is part of OAC, right? You can visualize all your single, on a single visualization screen, you can see all your analytics. So be it the forecasting and other, you can just simply combine it. It gives you out of box 50 wizards, so you can have it more granular level of information. Also, it gives you statistical, means, for example, it identifies outliers, clusters, additional trends. So these are the benefits which OAC will bring when forecasting gets integrated. Thank you. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you for that overview. And again, some links here that you can follow up with if that was of interest.
So service is in LA currently, and it will be generally available on 8th of June, but we have certain customers who are using in production. So we are welcoming.
All right, thank you so much. Let's move over to using machine learning algorithms in OAC with Annie. Welcome.
Thank you, Alex. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Annie Ardila. I am a Tech Cloud Service Manager at Oracle Colombia. And today, in 7 minutes, I would like to present how we can integrate in easy way Oracle Analytics Cloud with machine learning algorithms. As you know, today in our companies, maybe with the next slide, Alex, thank you. As you know, today in our business, it's really necessary to meet the expectation of analytics increasingly reduce decision terms, and also the demands to quick mix and connect new data streams is really the main challenge today. So as a result, with Oracle Analytics now, we can use some Oracle AI services to respond in less time to the business some analysis. Now we are focused to analyze only the test with OCI language services. OCI language services is one of the OCI AI services, accessible user console, recipe is the key in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So in the next slide, we can see some capabilities of these services. you can use in the services not only the pre-training models, you can use as well as their own models, custom models that you can process on their textual data and extract really good insights. So in the capabilities that this service has, OCI language, you can find language detections. In this capability, you can identify the domain language, the dominant language in a text document. This capability support approx 75 language at that moment. The examples use cases that you can use here is that if, for example, if you want to route support issues to different support centers based on the language, in the support tickets, you can do that. You can identify the language and then drive to the best way, and also you can route these support issues to a different center based specific on the language in the support ticket and response quickly. And also you can identify the language a record so that you can further process it is language appropriate algorithms. Another capabilities that you can find in these services is identity recognition and also key phrase extractions. With both, you can start work with the most relevant in a paragraph and also identify specific entities, social names, people, organizations, locations, etc. The possible use cases with both capabilities is private identifiable information alerting, or for example, customer employee feedback analysis is also the other use cases, and customer support tickets, among others. Another capability is test classifications. With test classifications, you can return a category from a set of predefined categories of subcategories. For example, if you in a new agency has a repository of the all new articles, they will like to automatically categorize each of the articles based on the topics used. So and the last but not less capability is sentiments analysis. You can be used to measure the mood or tone of the text. This is the next, please. This is the capability that we are going to concentrate, and we are going to see in a short demo. With the sentiments analysis, you can, for example, analyze options like a feedback of your employees, also evaluation or attitudes and a subject, or for example, in a comment of a person that give to a brand or something, or some products. Expressions are classified with a confidence score as a positive, negative, or neutral. So with this capability in these services, you can use the language as natural language processing and understand better the test and return the exactly measure for what sentiment has all the information. The use cases that you can have here is, for example, brand monitoring, market share, employee feedback analysis, customer reviews, product service, or for example, call center discussion monitoring. So now, next, we are going to see in action Oracle Analytics, but before that, I only would like to mention that we are going to use 5 components: Oracle Cloud Infrastructure server in Oracle Cloud, Oracle Analytics, component in Oracle Infrastructure, OCI Data Language that I mentioned before with all the capabilities, but we only concentrate in sentiments analysis. A dataset information, I am going to use the reviews in TripAdvisor with restaurants in Madrid, and then data flow in Oracle Cloud Analytics and dashboard in also Oracle Cloud Analytics. So let me share my screen to navigate it in really quickly minutes this option that I mentioned. Now let me So, well, we are here. This is the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Console. The components that we are going to use is Oracle Analytics that is here, and also OCI language that is here in AI services. So the service that I mentioned and the capabilities that I mentioned before are here, only language detection, the classification, sentiments analysis, key phrase extraction, name identity recognition. And for example, with a test, I can analyze this text and I can get the language. For example, in this case, is English. And also I can identify what category is this paragraph, and also identify entities, key phrases. The sentiment is to be analyzed in 3 aspects, in 3 levels. Like a document, a general document, you can get I don't know, the sentiment for general, and also you can get per aspect and per phrases of this paragraph. So to see that or to integrate with Oracle Analytics Cloud, we need to do 5 steps. The first step is create the connections with the resource of OCI to connect with OCI language. To create the connection is here. You need to know the OCI ID, the region also, and the OCI users. And these connections can generate a key API that you need to integrate with the OCI user. Yeah. After that, you can test and have the possibility of connect with the resolve of Oracle Cloud. The second step that we need to do is create a data set. As you know, we can create in an easy way data sets in Oracle Cloud Analytics, like drag and drop the CVS with the data sets. In this case, as I mentioned, I use the reviews of restaurants, Madrid restaurants. So you need to put here and then spend some minutes to create the data set. The third step that you need to do is add the model that you are going to use. To register the model, you need to register here, like in the model language, and you are going to see all the pre-trained models that we have. In this case, you need to use sentiments analysis. And then of that, you need to create the flow, a very quick flow with dataset to aggregate the model. To aggregate the model is really tricky. Apply the model AI and then click the model that you register, and that's it. This you can see the output and save in a data set this output. And after that, you need to create the dashboard to realize what the insight you can have through the model AI. As you see in a very quick way, the most of results of these reviews for the restaurants in Madrid are really positive. And also the best and recommended restaurant is La Pisteca. And also you can find relationships in between the data. For example, you can see that if the review is very big or has many characters, the review, it will be positive. And also you can start playing. I don't know, I hope that you really enjoy the very quickly way or very short demonstration how to use or how it's easy to use machine learning with Oracle Cloud Analytics. You don't need to have a lot of knowledge about machine learning. You only need to do short clips to enjoy your data and get better insights.
Thanks, Annie. That was a really great overview. I can't wait to give that a try myself. We're going to move over to Philippe. Can you see my screen all right? There we go. So we're going to take a look at machine learning made simple for business users.
Yes. Can you hear me fine, Alex?
Yep, I can hear you. I'm going to pass it over to you so we don't lose any time.
Super, thank you very much. And thanks for having me in this call. It's always a privilege to be in front of this audience. So I'm Philippe, I am part of the product management group of Oracle Analytics. I'm very passionate with the product, and you've heard many of my colleagues here talk about the integration of AI in OAC and all of these beautiful OCI AI services which we integrate within OAC and deliver this value that Amy has just demonstrated. This is really powerful, and it enables business users to have very powerful insight rapidly. I want to take a few minutes to demo, in turn, another area of integrating AI and machine learning within OAC and making it available to business users. Let me share my screen. I'm hoping that I will have time to do this. One is, I would like to demonstrate augmented AI within Oracle Analytics. So that comes under the aspects, for instance, of segmentation, which is part of a feature of Oracle Analytics. What you see here on the screen is a dashboard that I've built with my sales history and average sales and some different charts on my sales data. And I have a few columns which you can see on the left here, and I would like to have more details about, for instance, average sales and explain what is going on with average sales. So I'm going to prompt Oracle Analytics to provide me with some details. I am a business user, so I don't have skills or technical skills in machine learning or AI or even data management there. So this is right there giving me information that we're looking at 9,000 rows and the average sales is 944. It's giving me a different set of pre-built descriptive content. It goes and figures out key drivers of average sales, which are made of different attributes in my data sets. That's useful for me. But most importantly, it also gives me a segmentation. This is an area that was recently enhanced as part of Oracle Analytics. And what I see here are different bars representing segments. Segments are a group of records in my data that have a common characteristic. This segment here is about 722 records. So the size is the number of records, and it has a sales value of 1,600, average sales value, way higher than the other average. This segment here is smaller, 338 rows, but way higher average sales. I can play with this from directly my UI and increase this to show way more segments. And I will see here in this case, hopefully, 80 different segments. I can scroll down a little bit and see more details about my segments. So that number one here, 722 is here, 722 rows, 8% of my data, and it's made up of all records that are telephones and communication subcategory with a small box container. The other segment, number two, is far from the average. It's about 500% higher than the average. And it's made up of profit and gross unit price high. Well, that's kind of obvious, right? So high profit, gross unit price, probably high average sales. What I can do with this is influence the segmentation itself, because I don't really much like the segments here. So I'm going to just influence this and just ask it to run again without accounting for these columns here and figure out segments with only other columns in my data set. The algorithm reruns, and it's looking at the entire space of records, and here it comes with different set of segments with different criterias. Maybe I like this one, 722 rows. Maybe I like this one. I can keep it and bring it into my dashboard. So now I have used AI, figured out segments, brought them in my canvas. Not only do I have a few tables showing me these segments with a little bit of, hopefully the tooltip will show up here. There is a tooltip in the title, but it's playing a trick on me right now. But most importantly, I can filter my entire dashboard with new columns that have been added here. So I'm just going to say, show me that initial dashboard that we started with only for records that are part of segment one that we just figured. And there I can see that really there is a difference between being in the segments or not being in the segment, right? Or I can even drag this into my viz and start doing my analysis in many different ways. So here is my segment column. And I need to remove the filter. And we should see the viz now showing what is not in the segment and what is in the segment and the behavior of average sales. So not a technical person using Oracle Analytics augmented feature, I was able to get to very precise segmentation, and I can see the result right there and influence my canvas and take action with it. I have 2 more minutes, and I want to show you another feature because it's really exciting to me. So this is a feature that will come in OAC next month in March. And what it is about is that I have some data and I would like to actually run machine learning on it. So I'm going to create a data flow. A data flow is a sequence of steps where I build data transformation. And I have attrition data, and I'm a business user. And this attrition data, let me actually just has attrition and a bunch of attrition yes or no, and a bunch of different attributes that which you can see on the left here. Now, I am a business user. I need to be able to predict attrition, but I don't have access to data scientists. I don't have access to skills myself, nor do I have time to run and train machine learning models. I'm out of resources for this. And I know it's a complex process. I can't afford stepping into it. How can I do this? I need something to predict attrition. In March, next month, 2 or 3 weeks away from now, not only can I venture into training models myself, but I can also rely on a powerful AutoML solution that is part of Oracle infrastructure in the database, and that is just added for me in OAC. So what does it mean? All I have to provide is what column do I want to predict attrition? Okay, that much I can do. The system knows that it's a classification I'm looking for, and it provides me with a ranking. So it's going to do all of the work behind the scenes to generate a model. And if I press play here, it will run this data flow. It'll call the AutoML service that exists as part of the Oracle database and provide me the model. I did this ahead of time, so we fast forward on this. The whole thing is actually running for, guess what, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So it's basically looking up the 2 minutes and 21 seconds, all the potential algorithms, all the potential features, so which column I'm going to participate, all the potential parameters for these algorithms, and it's selecting and ranking the best one for me. The output of this is a model. That is the model right there. With this model in OAC, so it's registered in OAC. It's actually right there on my home. I just repeated that demo a minute ago. That model, for my example, was a GLM algorithm. Maybe it's Chinese to me, but in the end, it's the best one that for my use case. It used so many input columns as parameters, and these are the hyperparameters for the model. I have this model. I can now go and score my records. It took me 3 minutes to get there. This is extremely powerful. I'm looking forward to talking to you more about this because I'm seeing my clock is over. Thanks for your interest. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you. Great demo as always,
Thanks.
Philippe. I'm just we have one more demo to wrap it up with Fusion Analytics Warehouse. Kausik, welcome. I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks, Alex. So my name is Kaushik Mishra. I'm part of the analytics product management team. I have less than 5 minutes, so I'll try my best to give you an overview of the supply chain and manufacturing Fusion Analytics offering. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So what I'll do is, just cover real quickly the presentation layer. And what I'm sharing right now is the highest level view of the overview dashboards. And I'll focus on the procure to pay and order to cash areas. This is the overview of all the spend analytics KPIs. And in the order to cash area, this is another sample dashboard, which gives you the overall sales, the different KPIs around the order to cash process. Now, all of this is possible because we have the subject areas curated for you. What I'm sharing here is all the list of the subject areas in the order to cash area. So you can go from order management to pricing, costing, profitability analysis, fulfillment, and inventory. And similarly, in the procure to pay process, you have all of this going across end-to-end the core process. So starting with agreements, requisitions, purchase orders, receipts, and overall spend. So the power of this curated subject areas for you is that you can quickly do your own analysis. It gives you all the attributes and dimensions. It's already the metrics are embedded here. So for example, you have the overall spend. I'm just going to quickly show you the power of the visualizations. So these subject areas enable you to do analysis, your own self-service analysis across the process. Now we also have created the projects or the analysis which is provided for you in each of the different domain areas. So for example, I'm in the shared folders. You can go into Oracle and you will see, in SCM, you'll have auto management, overview dashboards, and these are already built for you. And you can edit those and create your custom analysis as well. So with that, I'll pause here. There is a lot more. And if there is interest, we can share more information. But thank you for the opportunity. We have run out of time. So back to you, Alex.
Thank you for that overview. And to wrap up, I'm just going to put this up here. I'm going to run a few polls. If you could take a moment, let us know how we did. Additionally, we're going to answer some of these questions for you that you put in the Q&A. Okay. We'll just leave this up here for another 30 seconds.
And I think after that one, Alex, maybe we can run also I think there were 1 or 2 polls about service excellence.
Yep, I will run those next.
Cool. And at the same time, maybe we will see if we have some questions that are unanswered in the Q&A. So I'm checking really quickly. The question about Oracle Commerce Cloud, we will get back offline about that. And Alex, you are running a new poll, right? So this poll. Okay, perfect. So did you find learning about Oracle Service Excellence useful? So I see almost everyone say yes, which is good news. Then I think, Jamie, do you want to take the question from Wayne Van Sloos? Will there be separate FAW specifically for EPM?
Yeah, good question. So for this question, let me just preface real quick. So we do have a connector, as I'm not sharing my video, I'm sorry. We do have a connector, data augmentation connector that is in a preview mode. So if you do have FAW and you want to connect to EPM, ask your administrator. However, Wayne, I think your question is regarding actually having a subject area like built out for EPM, custom content for EPM for out of the box with FAW. I don't think that is in the plans yet, but we are always taking feedback and ideas. So we'll note that. Thank you, Wayne.
So perfect. So that one was answered. Let's see what else do we have. Okay, we have another poll by Alex. So yeah, okay, perfect. So that is to know if you want to have if you are a customer or a prospect and you are using Oracle Analytics or you plan to implement Oracle Analytics. We want to know if sometime you need to have access to a partner like Deloitte, like KPMG, Accenture, or whatever. If it's the case, let us know. If you need some help, we will speak to some of these partners and we will redirect your request to them. And someone from our team, specifically Miguel or Diwaka, we'll get back to you and try to help you to connect with the partners. In the meantime, we have other questions. So, and I think Kozik, you can maybe reply live on this question that you just answered. I think it was about SCM.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to answer it live, maybe on camera? So
yeah, the question was regarding changing the supplier on-time percentage calculation from promise date to need by date, and that's possible. Okay. Out of the box, it's calculated in such a certain way, but that can be changed. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I see we have few other questions. One from Michael Cozon. Can OAC console security be configured to provide end users with specific component, but not every component under the console? Do we have Philippe here? Yeah, Philippe, would you know for that? I know that, or Manpreet maybe?
I think there is a feature in preparation for granular access or privileges to different features, but I'm not sure that is exactly about the console pieces. So I don't know the exact answer to this.
Yeah, so we need to get more clarity on these questions, right? It's a pretty open question, so we need to get more clarity on this question. So Michael will follow up.
Perfect. We have another one, over area OBAV. Okay, that one we will answer it offline because it was a little bit more complicated also. So I don't know if no one else has any question, then I think where is another one? Hello, thanks for a great demo. I joined the meeting in the middle of a session, so I don't know if there are a discussion about it. My question, is the next OAS version next month going to support RPD variable session repository as default value for dashboard filter in DB? So to dashboard default value, update dynamically. So maybe Manpreet or Philippe, or I can even answer that one. Who want to try?
Manpreet, do you want me to answer?
No, carry on, Philip.
I think so this feature of variable is actually shipping in the March version of OAC, and the OAS version is actually based on the January version of OAC. But I believe there is an exception on this one, but I'm not sure that this feature of variables is also intended to be shipped as part of OAS. But I need to confirm for this because I wonder if you have the confirmation, Manpreet.
Not yet.
Okay, so tentative. And by the way, session and repository variables can already be consumed in some syntaxes in DV, but I know what you're talking about variables is a different feature.
Another one, and I think, Philippe, it might be for you also, because Avina, she's not here today. So it's from Patrick Murphy, is there an update on commentary in DV, the ability to make and accumulate comments?
Unfortunately, Ben, I don't know about this. Patrick, I don't know. I don't have visibility on that part of the roadmap. I can follow up, but it's not in an immediate future for sure.
Okay, and for that one, I know that I spoke with Stefan Schmitz from the VP of Fusion Analytic Warehouse. They had a commentary feature in the past in Fusion Analytic. Collaboration is important for us and for Oracle Analytics, so it's something they are trying to re-implement in the roadmap. So stay tuned, I think we will communicate on that. One from Mohamed Khan, good to have you, Mohamed. I know you are joining almost every time. If our data source is only Oracle HCM and Taleo, is it better to use OAC or FAW? Do we have Jamie here? Jamie, do you want to take it online?
Sure, yeah. So our recommendation is to use FAW since you do have that managed data pipeline. Whenever HCM has an update, when the application has an update, then the FAW out of the box subject areas update with that as well. I'm going to provide a link to Fusion HCM Analytics in the answer to your question. Thanks.
Perfect. And that one I don't really know, but maybe Manpreet or Philippe, I don't see, and it's from Sandra Pandyan. Sorry, I massacre your name. Sundra Pandyan. I don't see any Oracle Commerce Cloud related analytic roadmap or enhancement. Do we know, and maybe that it's for Fari also, do we know if we have anything around Oracle Commerce Cloud that is going to be integrated with Oracle Analytics? A connector or data pipeline or data augmentation or anything? I think that one we might take it offline, I think.
I have not seen it on the roadmap yet.
Okay, and Fari, anything on your side?
Nothing on the roadmap yet, so I think we can take that offline. I'm going to check with our product management.
Perfect. So I think, Alex, we are good to wrap up. We answer a lot of questions, 33 questions already. So thanks everyone for joining, and Alex, you can take it from me.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for joining. If you have any questions, you can follow up with the team afterwards. Again, the recording and the PowerPoint we showed will be available on Cloud Customer Connect video, also on the Oracle Analytics YouTube page. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.